here the NTB is there to guide you and also to change near maybe. It's about one more near maybe as intimate says our brace or the kind of but more they has overshare video no said you wouldn't be what down for being so you made no by emphasis a day eberman. It is our braid and I just say Ebema Reverend D and Adjei Akwaba a day abba a year on one need you mediate so positivity with Reverend D and Adjei. Reverend, where the Yama Akwaba?
Kojo ya Joso, Edanyamia is a then Susunyamia Dumna Yasa Shia, our line is so Edanyamia is society for Timia Balines in any Moesia and Umbre. Na Ayana de be a mepese medati for us to say a baline is Winyada Jena or join ye. Enti, yes, Yaminko Sunshine and Sunomboy Hobai. Na Yamia Domancoso. Anya kasi will be BIA. Yamisha will be answer so. Amen.
Amen. Yeah, that's my brain. Here for a year. Now what we Muna Reverend any a year we discovering talents of our kids, discovering talents of our kids. In Tisabre and the minim the ne washisha or the brain. I think so a talent na so na Reverend or me
Pajonia.
It is already not just yes, Merino. I think it's a major BBM at the amount now. Me matechi na me debate.
The first time now is here, and I share discovering our talent. Say, Yebekaya. Now you can see it's a double series. Now you share how to develop our talents. Now, question me, say, now you're more friend and so. And so we took the time last week to look at the more fun and so celebrate a bit me a boy or mona or make me a discover more talent. And I share say you discover your talent as adults. And last week I share said they develop more fun and so talent. The boy a more con can brabo. Now they discover we need some kind of development into so say. Juma chedi unya media dom ye no so ne betimi ebe mana konkan na unya mepe betimi ada di wo mu na sa doma chedi ne betimi ahyema and ikojo ne pompon so nyina ne se there yaka over discussions on talent no na ye pese ye boni nyina atofa na ye fa questions ne ande. But first of all, this is will be a researcher all year about how we can develop our talents now. So I just want to share these points with us now. Here we are, then we can have the opportunity to ask questions now. Number one now, or Rahel Kase. So only purpose to develop on a talent. Because you're the first thing is to discover the talent. But in discovering the talent, no guidelines or the EMA is for us to be able to ask ourselves the why. And in order to be able to develop any talent, you need to be looking for the purpose of that talent, why you are able to do something. And sometimes, it's not the talent itself that you have discovered, but the science that leads to that talent, And so that say, let me identify my talent, every na me person me did juma. And it said me ma bi wo ma brabo mu a edi adanse say we kura no me hwe bia ya chede bia nyame de ayede e de adom me. And she thinks that the first point about boy and develop your talent now is try to discover the purpose, the reason behind that talent. Now, there be a yenim the buta ye an intimate friend which you said it said there was this, I don't know, it was this movie, meaning they call something. Now I plane be a too far we able now I Coca-Cola bottle. I don't know if you know this movie that I'm talking about. Then the whole tribe, they don't know anything about Coca-Cola. Now they thought that it was a gift from the gods. Now Musuma will be say, Onfa Coca-Cola bottle nkonko to the ends of the world. And that movie is very funny. But the only thing Ocha Kwai Anyama offer Munina just to get to a cliff via no Okojato or no train say that is the end of the earth in and say once you identify the purpose of that idea and life is about things that we are seeing on ourselves each day, the things that you are able to do, things that people recommend you and people commend you about. And there are things you do, people recommend you for others. There are things you do, people commend you to your face. But if you see these things, if you will be able to develop those signs, as a talent, not a very beneficial to you. The first step now is for you to start seeking for the purpose. Why I am able to do this. Nebota yekrani say. And why say many no metna keyboard one, my hand goes faster. God has given me something. No looks it's as if it goes faster than all my brothers. And then I be dear Biba TV so na me preso. Let me draw it. I was just watching a television. I feel like a memory. I just felt like drawing it. And when you see this kind of signs, if you are going to develop it into a talent, you have to ask yourself why. Why am I able to do this? Why do I like doing this? Why do people appreciate me when I do this? I thought that we want to acquire faso kasabia and pia uba kasabia nona obi aba wonchena obi say hey where the okosia when and they we are not asking the question and we are not discovering the purpose of those Achedi and Yamedia Domekojo. Let me just use this last example. Now me move forward. Presiding Bishop Besra in diocese, Now the final address last Sunday now I cannot say. I'm afraid once like when the presiding bishop comes to the area, Yabeka Koshia, you're more flats, a bomb friends, a bouquet, say, Abofra Nebeka Komano. And quite significantly, wherever he went and he was presented with this, Mofrano, no man, I mean, Sam Kakra. Then, so his final comments, he was just applauding their choice of words, their confidence, and everything. Why send me Abofra at the age of 12, at the age of BOB 7 years, they did the opportunity, why is that girl able to speak like that? And so if we are not asking the question, we are not discovering the purpose of all these things, then we cannot even develop it, because when you have purpose now, it becomes very difficult for you to start or to want to develop it. And I think there's been a long speech there, but I think that is where we should begin from. When we start asking the WHY question, why? Why I am able to talk like this? Why I'm able to write like this? Why I'm able to communicate like this? Why I'm able to do this that the other colleagues ain't me. Then once we discover that it probably might be a talent, Onyankopon the amamia or person me didi chumana a boy we are and then this takers they find out the required techniques. And it is once I'm able to accept and appreciate, me aduma chedi Onyankopon the adumini. Then there are technicalities. Don't you can be raw talent, which is what it is. When you discover the talent, then it has become a raw material for you. But in modern days, talent be a media board, there are skills be a media. There are some technical things where you need to learn about how to use that particular talent. The football cry, boy, now me share about fry, table tennis ball. It was so lovely, so lovely to the extent that on the stretcher be a dear exercise. You stretch it like this. A handy or more lockeno. Ewa kodanachi. So the nisa some say na oh yes say. Oh yes is And what they were trying to do is to develop his right muscles. No, now obetumi enya a lot of energy to the extent say so the child now kicks or kicks our table tennis ball not like an adult because there's some technicalities to be what develop over the time. It is a Kodana gift at the age of was it 6 or it was some Korean girl be a talent in your media domino. But say it is up of friend could now west stage in this one. Baby about for you bet me but the kind of power we expect say obetimi exert in the playing of that table tennis ball no ontimi nya because the technicalities within that obetimi no wansua amfa nka ho enti abusia for enyo to okra na nyame de adom no your talent there are technicalities your mere keyboard so na say you can't go and be singing C. Eti talent na nyame de adom no accept that there are some technicalities around those talents. If you do yourself the good service of learning how to add those technicalities to that raw talent, then you are on the path of developing the talent. Just our talent here, you probably will need other people to guide you to tell you that we say. If you go to the seminary, then they are teaching you how to preach. Say preaching, so they are but even preaching, they are teaching you how to hold the microphone. They are teaching you how to compose yourself. They are teaching you how to receive feedback from the people. All these things are technicalities, and but if you know all these things and you're able to apply it, then it goes deeper into the heart of the person. And how to introduce a sermon, how to conclude a sermon. These are technicalities. So every talent, as we learn from each other, and also for a bishop, a prediker, we went for a training. Now he was coming to make a presentation. As one of the things now he was advising, now you look at preachers training something. Now the last point, he said, learn to feed on others.
Learn to feed on others, okay.
So can be say, okay, yourself where there are they but I think that he explained it so well, and it's a point that media to me to Kumu. Because if I have any gift, if I have any talent, there are some people who have gone ahead of me. Probably they have operated that talent before. And the grace of God, say, operated that talent before, and some of them have written their experiences down, which has become a manual as to how it will help me to develop that talent. At the empire, the sequence may take the opportunity to read about that talent, to find out what I can add to that raw talent. A bit me a man develop a refined talent. Nipa who's the talent need juma. Because an area who says sometimes you hear somebody hold the microphone, you take voice now. This is a good voice, but ultimately say the way the coordination with the instrument, talents, because Bibi Nkoye, how they understand what I say?
Yeah.
But the name and what
Sure.
There's one person in Pianam in the chair visual art when I was teaching at West School demonstration. Or say when they were in school, now there will be a sculpture and they put it outside. I think it's a KJT or something. It was a horse. Now I say one day no horse and a classmate buy and I say horse, there's something wrong with this particular horse. Horse that every person they had abdono. And every person saw this horse, nice. But that student now, but I buy and says you brought it to the class and say, horse no muka, but she thinks there's a problem. Problem ni say, Ojiri says that the horse na see as squatting. There should be some stress be on the ties, you know. But sculpture and show say ni weight na about the ties, you know. Because you these things you will never know.
Yes, yes.
But better than me, it takes somebody who has that technical eye to be able to identify these things, you know.
Yeah.
But these are minute details. Me, I'm a raw talent, me raw gift, you know. Say me, then when my work comes out, you know, it comes out addressing all the minute details, you know. Then everybody knows that this is a genuine talent. And you may show that training on him, and that is a raw talent. But you learn something about it, how to roll the stick, you know, or be rolling in a way that gives a better sound than you do. Let somebody teach you something. There are technicalities around everything. Because you say preaching, no. I've always loved the person who taught me practice of preaching, very Reverend Dr. Abedi Kwashi. And I always say, on the pamphlets, I read through, I just revise because I am looking for the technicalities, you know, to add to the things I do. Media na akpon kan kakra. Enti a very good step say you bit me asua sa na now. Because once you are able to identify these technicalities, you know, then you do something. Immediately say my account once I will continue to speak about it. But now we are relating to topic now. You're dealing with a friend said the SWOT analysis.
Yeah. Okay.
And we have already spoken about SWOT analysis when we're dealing with other issues. When you're developing your talent, you know, Rahel also say one of the good things you know, say if you understand the technicalities involved now, then you do a SWOT analysis of yourself and of the talent itself. Because at the end of the day, now your talent, when our function in that particular office, another particular calling, and that particular talent, you know. So what are your strengths? I have a talent, netimi akonkan. And it is a nom to one and media domina and prem, you know, my strength in anything. And I've let the technicalities, you know, and we say I am to a crana yet to no be one strength in it or high pitch, or be there low pitch, or be modulation, you can modulation, or to me free one key move to another key, still now, it me blended with what the instrumentalists are playing. Me what I say, and then you'll be an what's our gift, you know. And you'll be an what's our gift, you know. Obi wa to me over release or a drama to me over release because said the finger needs rolling fast and you probably might not have it. Kojo, what is your strength? If you want to develop the talent, you understand the talent itself. That is point one, the purpose of the talent, why I'm able to do it. Number two, you understand the technicalities around it. Then number three, you have to understand yourself. What is my strength? Sa talent here, me we my who say. Talent be so then you have some weaknesses be Emma sa talent into me MP. Then please you have to be fair to yourself. Identify those weaknesses now affected the development of that talent, you know. What are my weaknesses? Dear Pane woman who a massa talent yenti me and conkai. Then you identify the opportunities in so no. And the talents now one of their opportunities. Last week I was talking about Fraba Adjei. I think that I used Professor Samochi this issue. Like he said that he bought a baby organ for the son. I said that was an opportunity. Or no crano when him say Kodane will grow up to become a keyboardist. But at least he had the organ to start toying with and to play with and to do that. So what is available? What is the opportunity? And there are some people they are supposed to join some groups, be an opportunity in the environment and make use of those opportunities. And sometimes we also have to improvise when it comes to opportunities and make one assembly. I told you what they want to and microphobia or Now we share now so materials, the instruments are used to develop our talent, maybe near available and being available. Sometimes you also improvise. When you improvise, say, how can I get one or two things? Mesumeti me use na ebe buame. And he could be or that training room no everything developing speed and everything. But there are people who also live in mountainous areas. They are using the mountain no, as an opportunity to develop on heart rate. Maybe so no or long journey in or your athlete. Also, or person develop on a heart rate. Then you use the mountains around. You go, they go hiking. In America, they do it a lot. And so it's not for nothing. Say those things are around you. So if you're intelligent enough, ready enough to develop the talent now, after discovering or strength, any weakness now, what are the opportunities around me? Probably you have been born into a family where every member of that family has that gift. It's a great opportunity. But everybody sings. So if you are born into that family, you have the opportunity there. My roommates here, I'm in an Trinity, Bismarck. And I think the family, they played keyboard. And at a very young age, I think about keyboard now, mom they call Germany. And then he came back and he came to the seminary because the opportunity was there. And so if you belong to a church, there's a junior choir there. It's an opportunity because somebody also belongs to a church that doesn't have the junior choir there. And so if you want to develop the gift, ask for the opportunity around. Because what I'm saying is that the opportunity, may be the people around you, Sometimes the opportunity may be the physical resources around you. Sometimes the opportunity may also be the natural resources around you.
Sure.
Opportunity, you're looking for the people around you, Is there people around me who can help me to develop my talent? Is there natural resources around me make me use to develop my talent? And these physical resources now any natural, maybe there's a facility. Now saying Sir AstroTurf, you see that at least I don't know whoever is doing, I don't know if it's a government project, but they are building it all around the nation. And so then it becomes an opportunity where if I'm a footballer, I get a place to train and a place to mingle, a place to learn from others. And these things are opportunities around you. You pick it. You pick it. Because sometimes some close people may be an opportunity. And this opportunity I can once me obi wo kura mpokura na ebi ana wo talent na nkasa no onya a practitioner of that talent but our resource or the beboa in developing that talent and to be private me sponsor probably on in a way financial well, that's what I'm talking about. Financial, obi bet me sponsor. It's an opportunity. Talk to people, find out the grace when you're media to my develop talent, Then as you try to develop your talent, now I've always said, when you're doing your SWOT analysis, don't omit the T. It's very important, and that is what makes you wise. Whenever you do a SWOT analysis, you look at your strengths, your weaknesses, opportunities, and don't look at the threats. And so no one share. I bet me a drink kakra. So what are the threats? Threats, and they say, if you are home pokura na talent now, person will develop on. Maybe your father doesn't agree with it. They say threats. It's a threat. So find a way to solve those threats, so that when it comes to the limelight where you have to move on, then you don't come and face some challenges where they break you down. Threats maybe and you probably might have a physical condition. You have to find out. There's this movie, you were TV soon and saying the girl had, I think the Priscilla movie. I hope you know Priscilla. She's a preacher now. Or he do you war room, Yeah, she has another movie about this young lady who had asthma, and she was a good runner. And but that asthma was a threat. So she needed people to encourage her, coach her to the extent that even at the final, competition, her father abandoned, they connected her to the father on the sick bed. None father no a guide, But you make an opportunity no one papa da. But the father was an athlete. So at the end of the so that is an opportunity to Nyamede. But it came as a threat because Onoagasana as an individual or develop asthma. But this is talent to Nyamede Domino. Does the threat stop you? No, that is not what we are talking about. Sometimes because of the threat, you need to really give up. Was threat to be a suicide kakra one shot. If you want to insist one shot, it will break you down and take your life from you. But in this particular instance, they were able to train her, guide her to go through the track, and win just because that threat, they discovered the best way to manage the threat. And let us not just look over and gloss over it. It's very important. Threat, when you know it and you manage it, then it gives you the energy to want to move forward and try to do that. Because I don't know if my time, if I'm doing well with timing.
Oh yeah, we're okay. We're okay with the timing. Yeah, we're okay with the timing.
Because I've discovered the purpose of the talent, maybe. But discovered the techniques that I need to be able to develop this talent, Then I've done my SWOT analysis, my strength, my weakness, my opportunity, my threat, Then create your own formula. This is the point that I really want us to pause here, to reason through about it. Because I have this threat. And it is a me nine wa it is a me colleague na me ne ba betumrika no. Mama strength ni. So when you do your SWOT analysis, the most important reason why you do your SWOT analysis is not to put yourself down, but to help you to discover your own formula. Because you are the siakra yesia mayenka no kre. Ye work classroom ye was shabre for. Obi baba go did 7 kwasi asem nyina you baba betwa. But obi formula there when him say me there me nya shabre. Ne pacho I say. And this is what helps me. And I remember say secondary school days no bekaya you call prepper. You remember? There were people who come with earphones in their ears.
Yeah.
After prep you could see the anajua. Some of them they learn better when they have the music in there. I don't know whoever taught them, but it was working for them. It was working for them. And at least sometimes you come mining people have so many kinds of formulas. People there were people are only a coffee believers. Some there are other people only a step in water believers. There were other people are only music believers. But there because then you are discovering your own formula. What is my strength? What is what helps me? I want to take this gift high, but I have this threat, I have this weakness. But then I remember to me, weakness in me, threat in my talent, ni bet me a dance. Now, met me a pushing it forward. This is very important too.
Yeah.
Until we are ready to sit down. Now you know the purpose of the talent. You know the techniques you need. Now you have assessed yourself going through the SWOT analysis. If you are able to sit down and say, this is what will help me to develop my talent. Because you are what do you actually?
So.
But if you become a copiantus, I say any copiantus. This is how this person did it. This is how this person did it. This is how this person did it. And so then you are copying how other people develop their talent. Forgetting the fact that your SWOT is not the same as the SWOT of the other people. But I'm passionate about this one. But that is what is the difference. Understand who you are. Understand who you are. Yeah, soft one. Open say obi kasamuno. Where's obi kasamu? You're very different. But what even in the Bible, that yesterday something came to mind. Do you know how God used Paul was different from how he used Peter? Because you know the giftings of Paul. Peter didn't have those things, That only much idea. Paul write, go and take the book of Romans. Never to William Shakespeare. Those of us who study the Bible academically, sometimes we do these things. And see Paul take him from his office as an apostle and put him on the platform of literature and see that he will score over 100%. How he uses that analogy, give him the book of Galatians, what a man. And you look at the apologetics of Paul, you see a particular signature in how he does his things. Because your maker say mean sure. Madam for me, Rupert, make us a friend Bismarck or EP as a foba. I make us a keyboardist now. There was one time we used to talk, Yakasa. Now, Okase, so free room, but way roommates. Say, of room, now say, Obi keyboard now. He knows who is on the keyboard. But what you say? And the other time, me and Kasama, I observed, say, there were people on the keyboard, Neko. But sometimes, who minister, that's a keyboard free wachiba, unimnipa obo.
True.
Because there are some people with a strong left hand. I'm teaching you this. And when anybody sits on the keyboard, or the right ni lead, nasa or the left elbow base na. Onipa and inside left I am stronger, physically stronger Omia base you feel the impact of the base.
Okay. Yeah.
But only a strong left hand, you see the leading go, but don't see the authority of the base, in how the person. Because I'll give you a secret. I don't know. I know politicians who understand what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Even where the mami fa wenchum, even artists, and as a graphic designers crowd on. Ultimately, follow a couple of them. Even si amfa the dean crown twice here. Ubetimi say where the assume yes adwuma we. Because a particular style B has been identified with, and as it's related to ABR, an individual being. Yeah, can be true. Yeah, true. Yeah,
excellent. There was a mail in the Kenata. This one is stronger than you. I see it looks stronger, but I'm smarter. Because what is he trying to say? He knows himself.
Yeah.
I am a warrior, but my greatest strength is that I am smart. And look at other fighting. On your nipa, I know Samuel in the Anya and you probably can relate to what I'm trying to say. And he was so smart. So smart. Nipa would we are singing so your friend Alexander the Great. Go and read about Alexander the Great. He was up 23 years. 23 years. In the book of Daniel chapter 8 prophesied about Alexander. And all these stories we hear in Alexander story, the book of Daniel chapter 8 say, Obat is a punche, but Otum the car and nine see form. Then he takes another step. Do you understand? When we say somebody is running, but Otunai now money see form, no, take another step now. That is how the Bible describes how swift Alexander was supposed to be. And based on that, he conquered the entire world. Could you formulate your own formula?
Sure.
You know talent in anya media domono. Formulate your own formula. Sit down. How do I balance my SWOT now, so that I make my strength and the opportunities overcome the weaknesses and the threats? If you're able to formulate your own formula, you are far ahead of developing your talent. It is your talent we are talking about, not the talent, but your talent.
Your talent.
So it is a talent. Everybody might have that talent, but we are talking about I'm pointing to you, whoever is listening to me. I'm talking to you. Say, what talent? No. And so, dear, na me must stand out. My original. And sometimes if you study at Princeton, they give you like 5 verses. You're writing 25 pages on 5 verses, and they expect everybody's work to be original. I dare imagine. They expect everybody's work to be original. So you look at yourself, your strength. How do I understand this test? But there's 5 verses here. Somebody is analyzing a verse from a literal point of view. You can't literal now in the biblical studies now. Words, the expressions now were used. Or somebody even went to the extent said, or analyze it from how the English Bible has punctuated and how it gives meaning to, and that alone is a whole thing. And become a big thing. I remember one of our final exams, somebody decided to do up here and here maybe. So instead of writing a normal paper, he brought some design said he was supposed to present that topic to the Sunday school. Now, this is how he designed it. And I think the year before I did the course in the book of Psalms, and it was haywire. Originality, the same test, but he applied it to what he can do, what can make him stand out. You have a talent. You have a talent. Sister, you have a talent. Brother, you have a talent. But go through the process, add some original things to it. Make it your own. Make it our own. Now, probably we'll have to continue next week. Because I've already used 45 minutes.
Yeah, no problem. And I think, sir, with talent, way back could be a me person, medical one, I say, and it's sometimes, in identifying your talent, places you get your inspirations from, and also important. Because if you have near be inspired, it can even be some people around you. Ebasana, you have to try and know and as I identify Sanya it means inspire Emma Abia or talent, it mean in Wedi. Na what me I am adjustment and also I is so important. So you try say you better identify Sanya
very important, very important. And very important. Next week I will continue. I'll say 1 or 2 very deep things. I think that the other things I need to say, but point 4 in here, I really wanted to say it. It's your talent. The talent is there, but what we are talking about is your talent.
True.
And everybody writes a sermon. How is your sermon? You need your signature on that talent.
Yeah, true. And I think fear and fear are there. Well, also next week over to us in my being so.
Let's
start. I think fear and fear are there be a hinder you must be talent.
The fear of the unknown. Now make what you say. And after there's this funny movie coming to America. This is the title of the movie.
Yeah.
And the second part, But everything about the movie and all the fun, I think that the crowning aspect, is to be able to change the tradition and to let things be dynamic. They make an answer say, and ocean moving in now have finding in area. The one lesson is that the world is dynamic. Let people come out, be innovators, initiate something.
Yeah.
Even though they still operating with. And that is why I just thank God that I studied at Princeton. Yeah. Because Princeton, they don't give you examination, no. And they give you the topic. At the end of the topic, semester, no, then they say go and write a sermon and bring it.
Well, sorry, Patrick Kasa. One thing I'm before say it do be a problem. They say we all can copiantus.
Yeah.
Initiators.
Yeah.
Anywhere in our life, 10 be a person. Oh, as soon as ye and sana yensu ye. Even Reverend we cry the Mecca. What sorry will cry a ma will be in ye and sana will wire wo. You'll be a young man ye wo. Sometimes I believe in that because I say so be mombe a free year ho. Nene na yes o free baby as me say ye say ntia me baby. Me okay, my dear ba ko a woman home obi a me pesa me. Yeah. Because I me pesa me
Abia no. Ebiana nipa strength is different from all strength. The threat our nipa facing, maybe you are not facing that threat. Sure. So limit when you are committing copying the person because you are not facing that threat, why don't you come all out? There's one singer, Angelica Hales, American Got Talent. Yeah. There was one time our Tonium and the song was so powerful. And everybody stood up, they were clapping. And one of the judges said, no, I think that you could have gone deeper than this. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? That worked to you beautifully because you sang it according to how the singer sang it. But with my experience with you, the little girl, but I think that one of the judges said, no. She feels that the child could have raised the pitch to even a higher level because we'll follow because she is the judge now. And sometimes, so copy. Yeah. You probably might be copying the supposed threat of Nipana or copying when you don't even have those things that are a threat to you. So let's be original to yourself and then formulate your own formula. Let flow. Allow yourself to allow the giftings and the talent to flow.
Okay, Reverend, we did that's me, but I think say you jaw when I will call and I found 45 minutes into a tier for me. I think say and yes, you be brave at the free talent program. Now said now what you said or sign at was so I think say a area be or yen more mepe. I didn't know mepe. Ebe boy, I'm yet me identify near maybe. Ebe boy, I'm yet me ye ho free near maybe home. Ebe boy man near maybe and kebi and guess ye take move no I am a fear about be no ye be ye fear no afi ho no na fe bibi e pese no your talent let me stand out nti medina tiefo ne ahwefo nyina anam na maka se erade enhira obebre because talent tumadie abiebie niam so na eyi niam so ade kyerɛ na know say your viewers and so and our listeners and so they are really enjoying it. With the Reverend, or final words. Na yenja wansana of Mami Buafu yen.
And I'm proud because I want to say this very important. And last week, when we were talking about discovering the talent in our young ones, this was the tablet we gave in. Meka said, you are trying to develop the talent in the child, not the talent you are putting on the child.
Okay.
Wajobekai.
Sir.
And you are trying to uncover kwadane talent. No talent That is how we ended last week, Yeah. And in the same light, please, as you try to develop your talent, don't develop the talent, develop your talent.
Okay.
Besides a talent, I am media. So what do I have? How can I develop this talent to suit me, my environment, where I am now? Because we develop na any useful baby I want to cry no be any some so ever so. And to be talent, the koto to nyomba wo dia no koto no mpoano. Mpoano is different from obi a wote auditorium. I hope you understand it. And the same talent, please don't develop the talent, develop your talent. 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 Now, the develop talent, and you learn to speak positive, think positive, act positive. We will achieve positive results.
Amen. Yeah, that's me. Reverend, where do also for me? Yeah, patch next week. Yeah, better so. Where do you fetch na imuaye denti na chese ye pese ye mano a poor ni na de mind. The can say already insurance of mommy already insurance de bia umma reverend ho kwan na otimi ne yen ebetwetwe nkomo kaka. Nti reverend we de na chese meja wo ama wako entem ti de kan say
it means that next week we'll be doing the second part, of our discussion. Yeah. Okay.
Bye. For I think sir and Jumadi and Akoye. This there's a commercials Nisinas Monty and Cabium Diane and I and Reverend AD and Cranes. I must be Brisa Bribiamunia Emre at the
I wanna share with you, and you can share with me. Come, let's share together. KTA Mobile, KTA Mobile, technology worth sharing.
It's the future.
The milk I'm about to drink is the world's cleanest milk. It has no lactose, no cholesterol, and it doesn't even come from an animal. This is the world's first milk that is made without a cow. And these guys made it.
Hi, my name is Aviv.
And my name is Ori.
And we found a way to fix milk.
Yes, turns out milk needs fixing because traditional cow milk is not as good as it looks on TV.
It's working. Keep drinking.
Because 1, milk is not healthy. Milk from cows is full of lactose, which is the thing that makes you go. And 65% of humans cannot tolerate lactose. It is also filled with cholesterol and saturated fats. 2, milk is not sustainable. For every 1 liter of cow milk, 1,000 liters of water are wasted.
Dairy production is a leading contributor to greenhouse gas emissions. It uses lots of water and produces a lot of waste.
And 3, milk comes from animals. And animals need a lot of space and money and water and energy to give us milk. And in animal factories, milk production means animal abuse.
That's why we need to come up with a different kind of milk. One that is sustainable, affordable, and ethical.
So Aviv and Ori gave up their jobs to take the biggest risk of their life. Make something that we drank for thousands of years better. After extensive research, they found a way to do it. First, they copied the genes from a cow on how to make milk and then transformed it into a microbe. So now you don't need a cow to make milk, just the microbe. And using fermentation, this microbe can make milk proteins. And from these proteins, they created milk. It looks exactly the same and tastes exactly the same as the one you get from a cow, except this new milk is much healthier and no cows harmed in the process. Tell me which one is real and which one is fake.
Tastes like milk, okay. It tastes exactly the same.
This milk is so good, it can make a cow jealous and grateful.
This process is called microbial fermentation.
We ported the whole mechanism of producing milk into a single cell microbe. So we don't need the rest of the cow, and we surely don't need to spend resources in the process of creating a 900 kilograms animal.
With this process, you just need 10% of the water, 1% of the land, and 0% of the cows to create real milk. I'm not sure how to say it, but this is a big deal.
Yes, this is a big deal.
For the first time in human history, we can make better, healthier, and more sustainable food.
Essentially, we can make everything we love about dairy products without the downsides.
So imagine this. Very soon, you can go to the supermarket and the entire dairy section will be a lot healthier and a lot more sustainable. All the cheese, yogurt, and milk will taste just as great and cost just as much without any factory farming.
I just don't understand why this is so revolutionary. Like, don't we already have almond milk and cashew milk?
This is not almond milk. Almond milk tastes different and you cannot make cheese from it. You cannot make yogurt from these cashew or almond milk. The promise of this one is to be chemically the same. It's the same molecules that come from a cow are now coming from a lab. And it's just healthier and better. And you can make cheese and yogurt from this, which you cannot do from almond milk. I don't know about you, but I am excited about the future. People like Aviv and Ori are working every day, every night, every weekend to do something that has never been done before. And when they succeed, we all succeed, both humans and animals alike. That's more than a minute. See you soon.
A few weeks ago, not too long, I was touting how important the Ghana card was, the identification system that we've put in place in Ghana. And I even said that this, for me, at this stage of our development, our preferred is 2000 intake. You can imagine the furore this caused. As this man, Wabodamana, what is he talking about? What is the Ghana card? What is system? How could it be so much more valuable? I'll just give you a few reasons. And it wasn't said, cavalierly. There was thinking to that statement, and I wanted people to think about it. For the first time in our history as a country, we have a unique identity system, which is biometric. So we can uniquely identify every individual, whether they are alive or dead, right? We can uniquely identify every individual. So immediately, if you can uniquely identify each individual, the case of ghost names on our public sector payroll will become a thing of the past. Immediately, once we do it, and I'm working with controller here, we're doing a lot of good work on the controller payroll database and cleaning it up. If you look at what has happened recently, National Service Scheme, we found 14,000 ghost workers, saved annually 114 million Ghana cedis to the public exchequer, from 14,000, just from one institution. national service, 14,000 ghost workers, because we look for unique identity. Just a couple of days ago, SNIT reported finding 27,000 ghost pensions. 27,000 ghost pensions. And they were being paid 327 million Ghana cedis a year. 2 institutions, you add a yearly savings that these discoveries have made, just in 2 institutions, 441 million Ghana cedis. Over 10 years, you are talking of over 4 billion Ghana cedis. This is just 2 institutions, and you can be sure that when we go through every institution, you will see that we will be able to eliminate all ghost workers thanks to the Ghana card. As a result of the Ghana card, we've made it the tax identification number for everybody. When we came into office in 2017, only 4% of adults in Ghana had a tax identification number. 4%. And you can see most of those are in the formal sector. Not many who will be registered for taxes. We said, let's make the Ghana card number the tax identification number. Immediately we did that. The number of people that have tax identification numbers have suddenly gone up from 4% to 85%. And that is it. So now the taxman knows exactly who has filed, who has not filed at any particular time. And not only do we know them, we also have their digital address, so we know where they live. So tax collection is going to take a different path going forward, because we now have the data. Fake birth certificates was a big problem, for our country. And it made it very difficult for people to trust our documents at embassies and everywhere, because people would just go and have fake birth certificates. In fact, when we went to the births and deaths registry, we found 3 different databases. 3 different databases. We had to harmonize the databases. But once you have unique identity, you will not have fake birth certificates. There will be no football age versus normal age. That business will come to an end. Recently, you will know that I think our women's team was banned for presenting some overage players. Hopefully, now we are going to strictly require that they bring their Ghana cards before they are going to be registered to play. Today, with your Ghana card, the Ghana card the banks are very happy with it because it gives all the KYC a bank needs. One of the problems we have had is for people to open bank accounts. But today, if you have a Ghana card and a mobile phone, you don't have to fill any form at all. You can just dial a USSD code and put in your Ghana card ID, and a bank account will be open for you, and you can start transactions immediately. So we are bringing in financial inclusion. When we came into office, the proportion of adults with bank accounts was less than 40%. Today, because of mobile money interoperability and the Ghana card, today we have over 90% of adults either having a mobile money account, which is interoperable with a bank account, or a bank account itself. And that is very phenomenal. We have one of the things that has really, since I was at the Bank of Ghana, one of the things that kept eating at us at the bank was the absence of a credit system in Ghana. In many countries, workers don't have to just live on their monthly paycheck because there's a credit system. If you have a regular paycheck, you will be able to get a way to buy, a TV on credit or a fridge on credit, and all of that, a working credit system. But we don't have a credit system in Ghana. And one of the biggest obstacles to the development of a credit system was the absence of unique identity. The credit reference agencies need unique identity to do credit scoring so that everybody will know what their credit score is. So if you don't pay your bills, you will have a very low credit score, and they will not give you credit. If you pay your bills, you have a high credit score and you will get credit. Now, many developing countries, including Ghana, we've not had this credit system because of the absence of credit scoring. But because we have now linked all bank accounts to the Ghana card, we have linking the bank accounts to the Ghana card, you have unique identification for credit scoring. Yesterday, I had a meeting with the credit reference agencies and ECG, as well as Ghana Water, because we want to make sure those who don't pay their bills on time, it will affect your credit. So, and that is all of us, I suppose, for water, and because that is where you bring discipline into the economy, discipline into the society. But thankfully this year, and I just know that in just a few months, Ghana, for the first time in our history, we will now begin a credit scoring system in our country. And this will allow credit to grow. We can tell who is a risky borrower and who is not a risky borrower. And banks can then give lower interest rates to people who are not risky borrowers. At the moment, they assume we are all risky borrowers because they cannot tell. We are not uniquely identified. The risk, the people who don't pay, their sins are visited on all of those who pay. And so we now want to distinguish. And if you go and commit your sin, you go into hell yourself. And don't take us along with you. So this is where we are as far as where we are integrating. Today we've integrated the Ghana card also with the SNIT card, the SNIT. And so SNIT no longer has to print SNIT cards again. They are saving close to $30 million every year now because they only need a Ghana card. They don't need that. We have integrated it with the NHIS card. NHIS is not going to print separate NHIS cards again because they have the Ghana card, and the Ghana card is going to work as the number is your NHIS number, the number is your SNIT number, the number is your tax identification number, and so on. So we are integrating the databases and making a lot of savings. Some people die and you cannot recognize who they are. They have no identification. And in those sorts of tragic cases, if they are registered on the National Identification System, they can easily be identified. Today, because of the unique identification, we've been able to introduce a no guarantor student loan policy, right? Because before you needed to bring guarantors because you didn't know whether you would find this student or not once they started working. And people, the workers who were on SNIT, some of them have paid a heavy price for guaranteeing for students who have run away. But now we can identify everybody uniquely, and we are going to start this from birth because we are linking Ghana Health Service, births and deaths as with the NIA now. And we hope by the end of this year, we are hoping the system would have been completed. And when a child is born, that is when we issue the national ID number and they take it through school till death. And that is how we transform this economy. We also have done something that many countries have not done with the Ghana card. We engaged ICAO, the International Civil Association organization, the headquarters in Canada, on how to make the Ghana card a travel document. This has generated a lot of controversy because people cannot really think and see how this card can be a travel document. Well, at least we have two halves. Either you travel out or you travel in. We have gone through ICAO certification for the Ghana card, and it has met all the requirements. In fact, it is more advanced than all the passports that we are carrying, much more advanced. So the Ghana card has gone through ICAO certification, and you can use it to travel into Ghana. We've informed all the airports in the world, all the airlines, that if somebody loses their passport whilst they are abroad, for example, and they need to travel to Ghana, once the plane is coming to Ghana, they present their Ghana card, they will be allowed to board and come to Ghana. And that is already a system that is working. So if you go to Kotoka now at immigration, there's a line for Ghana card holders, and it is working. And even though people I mean, very soon, you will see that our problems with voter registration will disappear. It's only a matter of time. If not at the next election, then the next election after, because we spend so much in voter registration. But once unique identity is determined, and you cannot have underage people coming to register to vote and all of that, I think the Ghana card will be a good identification document, as we are already seeing, so that we sanitize the voting registration system. In many countries, once you are 18, you're essentially on the voters register, and that is it. There's no complication to this and going to fight and break legs and so on as we register to vote. I mean, the system is the system. If you are 18, you are on the register. Simple. And I think this is where we are headed. So I think that, I mean, the digitalization process, and I've just taken time to explain, because a lot of the time we have, as a country, really focused on brick and mortar for development, right? You build this road, you build this and build that. But we have not focused on systems. We have not focused on systems for the longest time. But systems and data and institutions is what develops countries. It's not brick and mortar. You know, so these systems that we are putting in place, from digitalization of the various public sector offices and on all of that, national ID, mobile money, and all of that, is what will transform Ghana. It's really what will transform Ghana. And that is why, as we enter the fourth industrial revolution, we have to pay attention to this.